I'm Barry Tramel, and Oklahoma State basketball is about to play some winnable games. I suggest they win them.
They better, or they might be in a lot of trouble. From the Opopka Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. I'm Jenni Carlson. If you couldn't tell, we are sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. Barry, Cowboys lose at home to Texas, and Texas, a really good team, obviously went to Kansas and beat Kansas on their home court. A good Texas team, but 3 games coming up at Texas Tech, and then at home against Missouri and those Sooners. These are games Oklahoma State needs to win. Well,
they really do. OSU's in a slump and has fallen near the bottom of the Big 12. Cowboys at 2-4, and they're just not playing with much offense, not getting much generated. Wednesday night, the place was packed. Gallagher was full. The fans turned out to celebrate, to remember the 10 victims of the plane crash, and it was a perfect setting, a perfect script for the Cowboys to get a great victory, and the team just couldn't produce, could never get the crowd into it, and now they're facing what amounts to close to must-win games at Lubbock, and then the home games. If the Cowboys sweep these 3, get to 5-4, they're going to be back in the saddle. They're going to be in pretty good shape for the NCAA tournament. But lose any of these, or especially lose 2 of them, and this season is in serious trouble.
Yeah, I think 3-0, things look pretty good. 2-1. You can see definitely a chance to rally and get to the NCAA tournament. But if you only win 1 of these next 3, there are some big-time issues for the Cowboys. And I think that Wednesday night game, the Remember the 10 game, there was obviously a lot of emotion. It was a packed house, which was really a great crowd. But Oklahoma State ran into problems right before halftime, and then it carried over into the second half. Our man John Helsley wrote a little bit about that, where they just had a stretch where they could not score points. And Barry, that's been their biggest issue. A Travis Ford coach team, we really were believing that maybe this was going to start to be that offensive juggernaut that so many of Ford's teams have become, and that has not materialized this season.
No, not at all. Travis has some serious point guard issues. Ray Penn has not progressed the way he wants to. Keaton Page is not really effective at the point. When Keaton is playing the off guard against really good defensive teams, they're able to take him out of the game. Marshall Moses has supplied some good force inside, but for the most part, OSU horribly inefficient on offense. And 46 points last night, the fewest at Gallagher by the Cowboys in 4 years. So this team has got to find some offense to get going, or if not, this season is going to end disappointing. Travis Ford gotten the Cowboys to 2 straight NCAA tournaments. You get there this year, you really got a nice streak going. But it's going to be very difficult without a sweep of these next 3 games.
Yeah, 9 is probably the magic number when it comes to the Cowboys getting in. There's a chance you could get in at 8-8 in conference play, but if you win 9 games in Big 12 play, there's been no team that's ever gone 9-7 in Big 12 conference play and been left out of the NCAA tournament. So that seems to be a magic mark. And in a conference as tough as the Big 12, it reasons that that's going to happen again this year. But the Cowboys can't wait around. I mean, there's no more games that you can say, well, we can make that up later. They got to start winning games, and these next 3 are a great chance. Tech, really not good at all, obviously on the road, but this is a team you can beat. Missouri is a team that has been good, but they've also lost some games. They lost to Colorado, got beat pretty bad earlier in the season. And then obviously that Bedlam game, you get the first one in Stillwater. Must wins. If you don't win these, there's a good chance the Cowboys are going to struggle to make the NCAA tournament, might have to go win the conference tournament to get in. But if they can make the tournament, and then you look at who they have coming in next year with this recruiting class, they got a chance to maybe have a little bit of a run here. But this year, they're starting to hit critical mass. Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.